If you like pina colada, then probably don't date Rupert.
Yeah, that name too.
Yeah. Should be lucky we get Rupert.
What the shortened version of Rupert is?
Huh?
It's like the short and casual version. Or is that the short and casual version of like Ruperto? Or
Roomberto. I'm going to start with.
I don't know. What do you think we should
I
start
have
with?
no idea. Oh. No, I didn't have anything. I thought I did. Well, maybe we'll.
Yeah, Rupert is the
about-
English truncation of Latin Rupertus.
Oh, it is.
Which derives from Old High German Rodopert.
Rodopert?
I don't know.
I like that one.
It's on Hruodoperht.
Wow.
Rodopert.
Rodopert.
Just a little. All right. Give me a random topic.
Okay, here goes. I'm your Google Assistant. I like searching, generally being helpful, and the P-Funk All-Stars early stuff. I have a secret crush on Jarvis from the Avengers, and I like playing games, but only when you're up for it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for fucking nothing.
Shh, they're still listening.
Hey, check. Check.
Ham bone.
Ham bones.
Ham bone. The
Ham boner.
Diamond Jubilee. Diamond Jubilee.
The Diamond Jubilees are more diamond than Jubilee. Hey. I wish I could get this.
U.S. Secretary of Transportation Norman Mineta. Man Crush Monday.
Man Day. Hey. Check. That does nothing. All right. Guess we'll start.
Clams Casino.
Clams Casino's clam chowder controversy.
Have you ever had Clams Casino?
No, what is that?
It's a dish. Italian.
No. Are you making that up?
No, I'm not making that up.
All right.
Clams Casino. Hold on. Let's figure this out.
According to Wikipedia, Clams Casino is a clam on the half-shell dish with breadcrumbs and bacon.
Hey, not
Green
bad.
peppers are also a common ingredient.
Too late. Already bored.
How's the bacon? I guess we're into the show now. Well, here.
Let's do this.
Welcome to A Waste of Time. This program is number 8, A Waste of Time.
To go.
Listen. Welcome to A Waste of Time to Go, episode number 8. My name's Scott, and that over there is Adam.
Crazy Eights. That's my nickname.
Crazy Eights. That's how they know.
Crazy 8 Ball. Crazy 8 Ball. That's my name.
Because he sold bad 8 balls.
No.
Crazy 8 balls.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to our To Go podcast, our compartmentalized.
Is that mic all funky because that's in the way?
No.
Okay. Compartmentalized. Well, we said we weren't going to worry about compartmentalizing anymore.
Well, it's like shrink wrap, vacuum sealed,
Mm-hmm.
freshly packaged, to go parcel style takeaway.
Takeaway, which is the to-go part.
Yes. Version of our
FM show.
Yes.
Heard everywhere Tuesdays, 3 to 5 p.m. on AshevilleFM.org. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful on this nice, crisp,
Very chilly
autumn night with my dark beer.
Yeah, you got a nice dark stout there.
Yeah,
From our local Highland Brewery.
That's true. And you're working on the mural.
I'm working on the mural from
You're acting like it's still summer out here.
Local here. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It is, the beer in...
local-ish.
Well, right. I mean, this one's brewed out of their facility here, though, isn't it?
I thought it was
New Belgium.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's like there's a thing where you get like a tasty beer that works good for hot, parts of the year, and then like you have a nice stout, a more of a warm, robust beer for the cold times of the year. And the truth of it is, as much as I love this Mural, it is a little too vibrant for the 25-degree night. You know what I mean?
Vibrant,
There's a
okay.
little
This has got a little too much zazz.
too much zazz, like Zataran.
Okay.
If you feel that's the one. That was the New Orleans version.
Oh yeah, I love Zatarans.
Were you more of a Zatarans guy or San Francisco treat, rice and rum?
Zataran, man.
Zataran,
I'm a Zataran man.
He's a Zataran man
Yeah.
because it's the real deal.
I'm a Zataran. Yeah, exactly.
People know if you want rice, you go to New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't it rice? Wasn't Zataran's rice?
yeah, rice, beans,
Yeah.
jambalaya, red beans and rice,
Yeah.
some gumbo, some fricassee.
That's good.
It is.
You got the voice down good for Bubba.
I do, yeah.
I heard something the
Like
other
Chef
day.
Paul Prudhomme. I'll guarantee.
I heard something the other day that there was that you talking about it? The follow up to the Forrest Gump movie?
Oh yeah, who did bring that up? I was at work when someone brought that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Niall.
It was Niall, right?
Niall, the Uber driver, the friendliest Uber driver
Ever in the world.
Uber, Lyft, I don't know what he does, probably both. Yeah, but he brought up that the guy who wrote the original novel, Forrest Gump, not the novel adaptation to the movie, but the novel that came before the movie.
Sure.
He pulled a cash grab after the success because the movie was, obviously way more successful than his book was. But the funny thing is, in the sequel, it's just a rehash of the first one, like the same formula, just a guy who has dumb luck and gets woven into all the current event, all the big events that happen. I think the first one ends when, like the 80s.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then that one goes from like the 80s to the 90s or something like that.
And this was just a book, right?
Yeah, it was called Gump and Company, I think.
But Niall was saying there's something about like how it takes place in outer space or something.
No, he ends up going to space with a monkey.
Oh, okay.
He accidentally invents new Coke. He is like an investor in Apple or something like that.
And this is still Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it's still Forrest
Okay.
Gump. But they never made a movie about that one.
Yeah. That's weird. It was like
But it was a cash grab. He knew.
Yeah.
It's Winston Groom was the author.
Is that the author?
Yeah.
We all knew that.
I know.
It's my favorite Winston Groom.
Read the
novel.
book though. I don't know if you like the movie or not. Read the book if you like the movie and just see what the differences are.
What's
if anybody reads them anymore?
Losers. Hey, Four Eyes.
I
We
pay
both have 4 Eyes.
I pay for somebody to read for me, and they just follow me around.
And the good thing is you don't even know if they're reading off of off the page out of the book. They can just
They're making that shit up.
they're just narrating whatever the hell you're doing and changing it slightly.
Totally.
Like there was a girl walking down the sidewalk to her job at a restaurant.
Bingo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a Zatarans man.
Zatarans man.
Yeah, Zatarans man to zap my P Ram.
I'm sorry?
I'm a Zatarans man to zap my P Ram.
Zap your P Ram.
Yeah, man. Sometimes just like kind of logy.
Logie.
Yeah,
This-
He's like kind of like spiritually soggy,
Uh-huh.
and you just need something to.
That's called hungover.
Yeah, that too. It could be. It's interchangeable.
Right.
Well, it's not. Well, it's mutually exclusive.
Yes.
Uh,
So that's your whenever
sometimes you just need to zap your P Ram, and then you get how you zap your P Ram
I don't.
with some Zatarans, man.
Oh, with some Zatarans, man.
Yeah, I'm Zat. Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by
Zatarans,
Zatarans.
yeah. For all of your fine Zatarans needs, check out Zatarans.org.
If you're listening to us, Zatarans, we would love free stuff. We'll talk more and more about Zatarans. Anyway,
We'll do a live podcast where we go through an entire palette of Zatarans.
I had to zap my P Ram before coming here, man. I had to,
What'd you have?
I gave myself a pep talk in the rearview mirror on the way driving over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm zapping this P Ram.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do this.
I drank a what was it? There's a new drink now that you can that all the kids are doing. They read about online. I think it's called.
Is it Scissor?
I think it's
That's old. That's old.
I think it's a 9 Loco. That's where you take a 4 Loco.
Oh no!
And then you dump a 5-hour energy in there, and then you pound it.
Wow, that sounds horrible.
Mm-hmm. So I had a bunch of that, and then
I can tell you look.
Took a
9 Loco.
Yeah,
Took a jog.
Took a jog around the block
while you were sipping.
Mm-hmm. You gotta stretch out my hams before.
Is that a thing?
What?
The 9 Loco.
Yeah, the 9 Loco. Yeah, I'm actually not making that up.
Yeah,
it's the thing that people do now is they'll take a 4 Loco, and then take a 5-hour energy. Pour it right in there. Yeah, and then you got 9 hours energy. If you're an idiot and you think that it works that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 9 hours to live before your stomach's gonna get pumped.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, that's. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy because I remember for a very short time. I've never been a fan of the energy drinks, but I do remember for a short time, I was interested in. Well, honestly, there was a cute bartender in Orlando.
Okay.
And she was like, "You want to try this drink?" And I said, "What is it?" And it was like a flavored vodka with Red Bull.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't drink Red Bull, but I was like, she's cute and she's offering me a drink. So I was, I'll take one of those.
Another house?
I think so. Because it was like right when that was starting to become a thing. Like bars were doing Red Bull with the flavored vodkas and stuff.
And then, obviously, Red Bull synonymous with Jägermeister at this point. So
yeah, right. And it was just weird. So I sort of get like the mixing the 5-hour energy with the booze of the 4 Loco because when I did the vodka with the Red Bull, it was like you have a couple of those and boy are you out there.
That's true. But then again, I think a lot of people nowadays they've probably their bodies have been accustomed to caffeine. People who have been drinking Red Bull and Monster Energy drinks. They've probably been drinking them for years and years now. Most of them, most people like our age, no one just started like a couple months ago.
Right.
I just found out this drink
called
Monster Energy or Red Bull or
like you've got a catalog of 40 to go through. I hate to break it to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like the Red Bull and vodka though when you had it?
I did.
You did?
I did because.
Did you shoot it? Did you knock it back?
I don't know. I don't remember if it was a shooter
Did you sip
or
it?
not. I want to say no. It must have been a shot.
You twirl it?
I didn't twirl it. I didn't dance with it. I didn't accompany it to a Sadie Hawkins dance.
What about a box social?
We did go to a box social. That's actually where I was when I had the drink. We were at a box social. But no, I mean they would
That must have been a weird bar.
It was Orlando.
Oh yeah,
nothing's too weird there. They say keep Asheville weird. Check out Orlando. Poop. But yeah, I mean, you'd always get really drunk off of them. I mean, that's
sugar in the gas tank, my friend.
That's exactly what it is. It's all that sugar in that drink, and then they're like, here, we'll put a little bit of like grape flavored, which I would just call it purple flavored vodka on top of it, and just get that into your gut.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you'll feel great the next day.
So, speaking of all these alcoholic concoctions, you just got back from Savannah, Georgia.
I was in Savannah, Georgia, so yes, sir.
I'm surprised you didn't come back wearing a seersucker suit and like a Sunday hat, fanning yourself, like even though it's 30 degrees outside.
With a couple of slaves in tow.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
Did you like it? Did you like Savannah?
So, yeah, Lauren and I went there for a little mini honeymoon, a little mini moon.
That, by the way, I think you're the first person I've ever heard to say that.
Mini moon?
I'm sure it's existed, but me personally,
I hadn't heard it until earlier this year when all of our getting married stuff came around. I heard a bunch of different terminology and stuff like that. Yeah. But we went and we were there for like 4 days. It's a very pretty little town. It's steeped in beautiful history and architecture. I mean,
and there's live oaks too.
Well, those live oaks, and then those Victorian and colonial buildings and houses, and it was very pretty. The thing about it is, we were talking to a mutual, or I was talking. You were there. It was when I came up the other night. You were still working on Saturday, and we were talking to our buddy Bowman, who I guess used to live there.
Yes, he did.
And the one thing that I said was, so there's a school there, the Savannah College of Art and
SCAD.
Design.
Yeah.
SCAD. Yeah.
It's a pretty big school.
Yeah.
Pretty well renowned. Probably worldwide, I'd even say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they actually have campuses elsewhere in the world.
Probably, but I'm sure they get students from all over the place.
Yeah.
Because that's a big one.
Yeah.
And with the art and design colleges, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
I think it's huge down there.
Yeah, somebody was talking recently about an artist friend. Maybe it was Rob. I'm not sure, but an artist friend was talking about going to art and design college, and said they almost like that was like one of the two that they were, they had parsed everything down and it was SCAD, and I don't know, there's like
Pratt in Brooklyn. That's another one, I think.
Well, and there's the Art Institute. I can't remember what it's called.
There's RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. That's another big one.
What's the one in San Francisco that's there? I can't remember.
School?
Yeah.
College? Art college?
Something art college. It's not, but anyway. So I guess now that SCAD's there, they were saying that SCAD has about 10,000 students.
Yeah, it's a huge presence in that town.
Yeah.
And
SCAD has the money to go through and help revitalize a lot of those buildings, which is really neat. It's just a little strange that it's sort of like everything they touch, they put a SCAD stamp on it. So sort of a branding thing in a sense. And it's like, I don't know, I'm being sort of nitpicky about it or whatever, but it's one of those things where it sort of takes away from the old historical part, just
because it's a design.
Because there's all the SCAD stamps and everything.
You think it's because it's a design school and they want to make their
mark
out there? And
but it's weird that they are physically and visually putting their mark on things, almost like I don't know, well, if somebody sees this and they know what SCAD is, maybe we'll get we'll get another new student, we'll get more tuition in there.
It says it was established in '78. But I don't think it got that big until maybe the 90s or maybe early 2000s, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't even remember hearing about SCAD when I was graduating high school in the early 2000s.
You do or don't remember?
I do not.
Yeah.
And I lived, on the coast as well, right up the road. Not right up the road, but yeah, get this. They have campuses in obviously Savannah, Atlanta, Hong Kong, and Lacoste, France.
Oh wow! Okay.
Lacoste.
Lacoste. In Francais. Yeah, it was. They said when they started that school, there was like 20 students.
Really?
And now there's over 10,000 just in Savannah there, and where it is, it's in the historic downtown Savannah there, so it's like right there.
I didn't see the campus when I went down there, but I am disappointed in you for one thing though, and that's because you did not go to the famous Wet Willie's.
I know
it was cold, so why would you go if it was cold?
Well, and I sort of thought that Wet Willie's, when I had heard about it from you guys talking before we went, because like I said, I don't know if I said or not, but Lauren and I, this was both of our first time ever going, so we didn't, we didn't have any old haunts, we didn't even really know what we were getting into, but it sort of sounded to me like Wet Willie's was sort of like a Starbucks in a big city, like there's one on every other corner. So it turns out there's only two.
But it is a small area.
Yeah, right. It is, but
if you've never been to Savannah, if you don't know what we're talking about, is Wet Willie's is in Savannah for one.
Yeah.
Savannah's a unique town to where the concept of you can have open container. I always want to say open carry, but that is completely different.
Those are slightly different.
Slightly different. Yes, you can. You might be able to open carry.
You can carry an open beer, so you aren't that far off.
Yes. No, but wherever you are in Savannah, you can take your drinks on the street with you, and you can walk around. It's part of the charm in Savannah. It's part of the culture in Savannah because, goddamn, if you don't know, Savannah's a drinking town.
Yeah,
and it is. Everybody, whenever you cash out from bars, they'll say, "Do you want one? Do you want a plastic cup?
Yeah,
whatever you can drink, whatever you want to drink on the sidewalk."
It's not just beer. You can also take your liquor drink with you. You can take your mimosa with you.
As long as it's in a plastic cup. And and Wet Willie's is this. I think it's kind of been down there for a while. It's a touristy thing,
yeah,
for sure. But you walk in, and it's It's
a wall.
Yeah, it's just a wall of
Slushy
machines, just like any other one you would see in a gas station. But they load that shit up with high proof liquor, not like gin or vodka or anything. Like they're putting Bacardi 151 in there. Yeah. They're putting. I mean, it's just like it's like 2 types of rum. Some of them are just loaded up.
Yeah.
Oh man, you get one of those on a hot day, you feel it.
I'm sure, yeah, on a hot day. And it was chilly when we were there. I mean, it was definitely a couple of layers of jackets, weather, type of chilly. But the other thing about it too is it's like you gotta. It seemed again not having one, but seeing them and hearing everybody talk about them. It's definitely one of those things where it seems your sweet tooth has got to be prepared because it is like just this
it's just sugar.
Sugary slushy. Yep. And so there was times too where I was like, oh, we should go get one. I was just like, I'm just not in the mood for this slushy. Yeah. That's just, dumped with rum dumped in it, which is good.
It was a rum dumper.
Rum dumper. The old rum dumper is what they call it.
That's what it was originally called. But they had to change it to Wet Willies
because it was too close to Rum Runners.
Yes, and then the band, that I used to play in, Rum Dumper.
That's right. You were the bassist in Rum Dumper. That's right. Oh, jeez. No, it was a really cool little town. One of the weird things I will say, as a dirty smoker, which I am, very few ashtrays anywhere. Which I thought was really strange because it's a tourist town.
What do you mean, like on the street?
Yeah, on the streets. Like nowhere to put your butts.
Well, like we just said, whenever you leave a bar, if they, they'll offer you a plastic cup to take your drink in.
Right.
So this town is just, they have so many of these plastic cups. The bars are buying so many of them. You notice that there's no fucking recycling. No fucking recycling. That
was my other thing.
I'm not I never really, I'm not that big of a granola. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. To be Planet Earth's okay.
Yeah.
But
you're not so boxing about it.
No, I usually don't. But I'll put it this way: I usually don't comment on the lack of recycling.
Mm-hmm. Right. Same here.
And in Savannah, I remember just thinking multiple times, like, I can't believe
it's shocking.
Yeah, and then at night, I'd be walking back to my hotel at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and just, trash cans would be just overflowing with plastic cups.
And even the trash cans are few and far between.
Yeah.
They're not on every corner either. Not that, I mean, I get it. You don't want to litter your town, no pun intended, but with garbage cans and ashtrays everywhere. But the honest other side of that coin is litter. There are people throwing their butts on the ground and then people being drunk and just throwing their cups somewhere, whatever it is.
But Savannah is, I would say it's one of the most beautiful cities in the South. Like if you ever want to travel to the South, don't go to one of the big cities in the South. Like go to one of the smaller cities, like Savannah or Charleston or St. Augustine or Athens, Georgia is a nice place. Right. Come to Asheville. Asheville's a beautiful place to see. Those bigger ones, it's,
Atlanta or Jacksonville in Florida
or wacky Orlando,
Mickey Mouseville, which is actually Lake Buena Vista.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's not in Orlando. What was I going to say? The other thing about Savannah was...
Did you have a good time on... I didn't know this. You told me that when you got back, you said that... you said one thing that you always do and you did down there in Savannah is that you always take the trolley
tours, right?
This is something you've been doing?
Well, yes. And here's why I did.
Yeah, explain to our listeners why.
So you go to a new town. For me, I like going to, Savannah, or haven't been to Charleston yet, but will be going. I love St. Augustine. They're very old historic places. Mm-hmm. I like taking the tours. It's twofold. So one, they're going to take you all the streets that you need to see. And then on each of those streets, you get to see the beauty and hear the history, because it's also a tour guide.
While you're just sitting on your fat duff.
The second thing about it, though, is you get to see a lay of the land.
Sure. So, yeah.
That was my thing. Because when you get there, you get the little touristy map, and you're like, look at all these roads and all these streets and all these things. So go here and go here, go here, and you're not oriented.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's hop on the trolley. we'll get oriented that way, and we'll say, well, that one place we want to see turns out is really far away from everything else we wanted to do. So maybe we'll schedule that in later, and we'll go do this stuff.
Yeah.
We can hit up 12 of these things right over here.
Yeah. You get a good, what do you call it? Like a good triptych. A good syllabus, if you will.
Yes.
Of the activities that may lay ahead.
And the old guy that was narrating and driving our tour. He was an old. He was probably like in his 70s. I'd say late 70s.
Par for the course for trolley drivers.
But he was from England.
Oh, okay.
He was interesting. He sort of had this, this sort of, his English accent and talking about, crazy that an Englishman is driving you through the streets of, this colonial,
town.
Yeah,
ancient for the, compared to the rest of America,
And at one point there were, there was a handful of Asian tourists on there with us.
Sure.
And he had said, all right, we're about to start taking off for our tour. Please, everyone, if you must talk, please keep it at a very low level as to respect everyone else that's listening to the narration. And away we go. And about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, he's driving, and these girls in the back are talking, and they're sort of loud. And he was just looking up in his rear view. He's like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Please keep your voices low so everyone can enjoy the tour. Thank you.
No way.
Yeah, and everybody on the trolley was just sort of like, ooh, Dad just got mad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
And, not profiling at all, but I was like, I don't know if these girls know that you're yelling at them to stop talking.
Exactly, yeah.
Because they might just be talking louder because they hear you yelling, so it's just like, what did you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Just back and forth.
Maybe they just thought it was the bus.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fucking know. But it was fun. It was cool. We saw all the spots that we didn't want to go in, like the seashell shop, where you go in and you buy your seashell that says something.
I love the t-shirt stores.
Yeah.
Like that. Like they're in all the smaller touristy areas, places that size, cities and towns that size.
Yeah.
And just all the tacky.
Oh, so tacky
shirts that you just see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they have the matching hats, and all the hats are different colors as well.
The only thing I can really think of right now, off the top of my head, is how you're familiar with? I know you are the Minions.
Yes.
How that thing has permeated.
That branding.
Yeah, has gone everywhere. I mean,
that one-eyed yellow toe looking dude.
Yeah. And it's almost like Simpsons t-shirts in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Where like
cool your jets.
Yeah, or just like there's so many bootlegged, like, they're not knockoff versions of Minions. They just are,
Yeah.
And they're everywhere. Like one's down there, let's say like, something about being in Savannah.
Yeah.
Or, everywhere I've been. I haven't been that many places, but I have been outside the country.
You have.
And everywhere I've been, I've always seen some form
of that,
or incantation of it, or just it's been represented somewhere.
Yeah, that is
crazy. And it permeates from. I mean, I'm not kidding. Everywhere I've been, from fucking Istanbul to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And it's all the same.
But they
low grade. Yeah. Totally.
Really?
Yeah. Totally. It's all low grade touristy like crap that they appear on.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
How did they get such a long run too?
I don't know. I've always hated it.
Yeah, Lauren hates it too.
Okay,
she don't even watch. I don't even think she's seen the first Despicable Me.
No, I haven't either.
Which I liked because it was Steve Carell. He was the voice of the main, not Minion. He was the voice of the main guy,
right?
But
but that's where it spawned off of.
Yeah, and it just fucking took off.
Yeah, I hate him.
And it is. It's everywhere. It's it'll be whatever the goofy saying is, and then Savannah, and it'll have the funny looking minion.
Okay, the one that I can remember was I remember seeing a stag party, or as we call them here in the States, a bachelor party.
Right.
And it was I was in Budapest, and it was on a Friday night, and people out everywhere. It was a nice evening, and I kept running into this bachelor party, and they had bachelor parties, bachelorettes parties. They always have like matching shirts on and stuff like that.
Right.
And then the groom or the bride will have like a certain different one on.
And a sash.
Yeah. And none of these guys, I don't think they spoke English or anything like that, but I think they're all Hungarian, but they all had the same shirt on, and it was a minion on it, and it said it was spelled vertically wife, WIFE.
Okay.
And it was an acronym on the shirt. And
yeah, now it's getting even worse.
I don't think it was prefaced with anything.
Yeah.
But I think it just was the acronym. And wife, WIFE. It stands for what was it? I forget the W. I think it was working, ironing, fucking, and something else for the E. I can't remember what it was. But they all were wearing it. And I was like, what? I was like, it has to be.
Like, they don't know?
I don't know. I think they probably had this weird, halfway,
maybe it was a gay wedding and he was he was playing the role of the wife.
All of his buddies had that shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was washing, ironing, fucking, and I don't know what the E was. I really forget what it was.
Excreting.
I have no clue. But I was like, that was easily top 3 worst shirts I've ever seen on somebody.
That's great.
But then I was like, what is that? What are these guys doing? It has to be a bachelor party because they're all drunk, all wearing the same shirt. And
bachelor party.
Whatever, bachelor party.
It was good because it was guys.
Yeah, it was guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All weird, Eastern European unibrow guys.
Right.
With all wearing Adidas, and they all reeked of Drakkar Noir. Nice. But I'll never forget that fucking shirt with the minion on it. But the minion had no context in there.
It's so weird.
With this, I don't know, whatever. And I still lose sleep over it thinking about it. So.
Obviously, I could tell. You still remember it too.
I do.
It's so vivid. Yeah, one shop that we passed by in Savannah was a flip-flop store.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta get your kicks.
Just selling flip-flops.
Yeah.
It's another one of those things, especially in the South and beach towns.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I get it. People have flip-flops when they go to the beach. But what business is profitable from selling flip-flops?
For $8-12.
Yeah, in a historic downtown district somewhere. Because the rent there is going to be way more expensive than if they were 10 miles down the road in fucking Nowheresburg.
But I'm sure they have that downtown area gets a lot of traffic. I'm sure a lot of people like to go down there and eat at the Paula Deen restaurant.
Yeah, right.
Did you go to that one?
Hell no.
Really?
I don't want to go to Paula Deen.
Dude, Paula Deen's...
She's a piece of trash.
Paula Deen is the best person who's ever been on TV ever.
Wow.
I sent you that text when you were down there just busting your balls.
Yeah.
But,
no, we passed it, though. It's funny. All of her promo... pictures. It's all skinny her now. It's none of her old.
Oh, really? Yeah, she got the image change.
Yeah. She's I lost all the sweat. I'm not a big fat ass anymore. We did do the Prohibition Museum.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing down there.
Yeah, it was fun. I like stuff like that. So this was a self-guided walking tour.
Sure, yeah.
But little videos here and little.
Love a good museum.
And they had a lot of. Pretty decent looking wax figure things set up. So, when you're in there, you're stuck in the 30s,
Sure,
There's a big bellied police officer over there with his billy club. And, there's one little thing set up at the end of the walkway here where there's a marshal with a hatchet into a barrel.
Yeah, a big barrel. And
it's all flowing down. But the kids are all at the end scooping up what's coming down, what's running down the streets. And then there was a little placard next to that sort of explained it, that during the Prohibition times, the parents, it was thought to believe that the parents would send the kids out to just scoop up any of that liquor, whether it's wine or gin or beer, whatever it is, even if it's mixing together in the stream going down the gutter.
Yeah. Just
lines of kids there with little ladles and cups and
really
and stuff, and they would take them back home. And it said in that placard that it's believed that the reason the parents wouldn't go is because if they showed up, they could have been arrested.
Yeah, totally.
So
they're not going to arrest a little kid.
Right. Send the kids out, and then they're taking. Talk about a fucking rot gut drink.
They used to back then too. After Prohibition was started, there would be places that would send out bricks of dried grapes, and because dried grapes, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just a brick of crushed dried grapes, just formed into really solid brick. But when you would you could order these bricks in the mail, and you get the bricks at your house. and it would say add water, put it in a cupboard for 6 weeks, and you've got wine.
It was interesting. There was, talking about, so that's how they would do wine. They would still make liquor by distilling.
Yeah.
And the stores would sell home distillery kits that you could, which is just crazy because it's like, I don't know. It's so weird to think that the law comes down and says don't do this, but all the stores were like, we're not selling the booze. It says at home distillery, and it would say make sure to buy this, 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 and this, and this.
Yeah,
and when you get
all these
home,
ingredients.
Read the directions. We'll tell you how to hook everything up.
And basically, like if somebody sold a meth kit nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not selling the meth, but we're telling you exactly how to do it.
Did you also know that there was another loophole that any existing alcohol in your home you could consume at your home as long as you had that alcohol in your home before Prohibition had,
it sort of seemed that the rule too, even with Prohibition, was you couldn't sell it, you couldn't buy it. I guess you probably couldn't make it, but you could drink it, but you just couldn't buy it or sell it or make it, which was, a weird law.
Yeah. I think that's how Canada's weed laws were up until this year.
I think so.
You couldn't sell it or buy it. Or if you had it, it's
well, and that's it's that thing too of where you buy this calendar for $80 and we'll give you a complimentary bottle of gin or pot or whatever it is.
Because hey, who ain't a sucker for a good deal out there?
Good deal on a calendar. Only $80, only $120. I'll take it.
Hey, I go to the ABC store just for a bottle of Jameson or something, and I'll see it's a bottle of Fernet with 2 glasses in there.
Or, especially right now that all of the holiday packs are coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I don't drink Rumple Mints, but it comes with a free T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and 2 free etched glasses. But yeah, all in all, it was good. It was fun. One thing I noticed down there, I was like, there was way more pretty women than there were good-looking men. It was very funny. A lot of the men were just sort of dumpy and just sort of, just I don't know, weird, normal Southern guys. Not rednecks.
Knobs.
Yeah, just knobs. It was very interesting that way.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Cargo shorts and.
But the woman they'll be with would be like really made up,
pretty. Yeah.
Like really done up hair, nice clothes.
Right.
And then the guy will be wearing like white New Balance.
And his cargo shorts, and then the Minion shirt that he bought the day before, covering up his large beer belly.
You ever go to Nashville?
Still have not been to Nashville. Planning on it.
Nashville's a really fun one to do, even though that's a bigger city. Unlike what I said earlier about don't go to big cities. Right. Nashville's a fun one though because I think it's the main drag on Nashville is it's Broadway. I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
And Nashville's not what it once was years and years ago. I mean, it's still country music capital and everything like that. But you walk down that Broadway street or road, whatever what the fuck it's called, and you see just big blonde hair.
Oh yeah,
and
I
mean, I would love to be not of this country and go to Nashville and just walk down that street and to see that's it's stereotypical. Americans might look like to other people in other countries. Like what you would see on, I don't know, like Dallas TV, like a TV show, or
exactly,
or just movies or whatever. Like these people are almost comically overdone.
Yeah,
and guys walking around with big buckles and big hats.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Even like for me, when I walked down, when I went to Nashville once and seen all these people, it was still really, really funny. It's really awesome to see this. Like sometimes just you don't think those people really exist.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's very interesting because they do exist and they're right there, and right there is only a handful of hours away from where we live, and we don't see any of that.
Yeah.
when Lauren and I went to Gatlinburg, it was
Yes.
sort of the same thing in the
Uh-huh.
sense that like we were sitting there, and not to be an asshole or anything, but we were just like, I think those are the fattest people I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Were the people that were in Gatlinburg. And if you're from Gatlinburg, sorry, I'm not.
Well, no,
Talking about you,
probably no
unless
one's
you're a
really,
big fatty.
not many people are probably from Gatlinburg. Those people
Yeah.
you saw were probably there on vacation.
But so many of them, like,
Well,
you
yeah.
know, and it was families. Like,
Mhm.
mom was 300 pounds, dad was easy 380.
Oh, you're talking like proper fat.
Oh,
like,
16-year-old
totally.
kid was easily 320 pounds.
Right.
And they're all carrying a massive big gulp. I remember this one family specifically that Lauren and I were just looking at. Again, not shaming, but we were just sort of like, this is sort of out of our wheelhouse. Like, we don't see this all the time. And they all three have the massive mega gulps, and they all stop, pull out a fresh Marlboro Red, and light that up, and then just keep slowly walking down the sidewalk.
Mhm,
You know, it's just like that thing of like, you've got to know that you're killing yourself. And I'm not being hypocritical here because I was smoking and drinking as well.
Yeah.
But I also, you know, I'm not morbidly obese.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like,
you can see your dick.
for what, at least the fucking, the hair down there. But
well, I mean, let's just be real here.
absolutely, yeah.
It's.
I mean, these were very morbidly obese people, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And the thing about it is, it's you know, there's a lot of people that are morbidly obese, and they reach a point where they go, this is really life-threatening. It's going to take me years, but I'm going to work on my health. And seeing just that, like I said, I swear, it was mom and dad, and the kid must have been 18, just because he was smoking in public and had his own pack of cigarettes. He may have even been younger. But it was just like, do any of you look at each other and go, we are really endangering ourselves, you know?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
But just so many of those people there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was just such a crazy thing with it being so close to us, because Gatlinburg's 2 hours, hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you just get there and it's like whole new fucking world of just.
Oh, yeah. That's a big tourist destination for a lot of people in the South too. You know, I've no clue what it's like to be, you know, that size or anything like that. So I can't really say for sure, but you know, the only thing I'm saying though is, can you believe what it's like to see somebody like that? Like just like I said, if you see somebody walking down, like if you're from another country and you go down Broadway and you see these like caricature Americans, you know, can you imagine what it'd be like seeing somebody that big? Have you never seen somebody that big?
Yeah, right.
Like, just like gigantic.
Yeah.
Like gigantic, big.
But and
you
then
gotta be freaky as hell.
But still, the part of it too of seeing that and then being like, oh well, they've got 2 cigarettes in their mouth and a Mega 64 busket of soda. Yeah, it's a soda busket.
Is that like a basket in a bucket?
It could be, you know, a basket, a tisket, a tasket, a basket, and a busket. So yeah, that's our trip. That's what we did. Things were fun. Didn't have any turkey on Turkey Day, which was a first. Yeah. I had deep fried, what's it called? The Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
Oh wow!
I had, we had this restaurant's nachos, which were not chips; they were waffle fries.
Ooh, there you go.
Cheese and bacon hunks and more cheese and
bacon hunks,
like not chunks, like hunks of fucking bacon. And it was really good, and it was just so much disgusting fucking food.
Did you eat with the trolley driver?
We didn't eat with the trolley driver, no.
Really?
I was surprised that we didn't end up drinking with him at some point.
Yeah,
so
right.
like, that man drinks. I guarantee goddamn to you.
I can imagine just, you know, you and your, you know, with your trolley fanaticism.
Yeah.
Like bringing down your trolley conductor suit. Like, you know. Like your red suit with your white bow tie, and you sit like right behind the guy. Did
you know that the orange trolleys up until 2012 were running off of a 5-speed manual transmission?
Really?
Yes. You want to talk about some stupid lyrics, and then we'll make way for nobody else after us.
I'm gonna shift a bounce pass towards you conversationally and let you decide how we're gonna make this offensive play.
Okay, so here's what we do. I think this is our 3rd episode in a row now where we're doing our little thing called, we don't know what it's called yet. WT Flyrics. What the Flyrics? What the fuck lyrics? Basically, we take a song and we just
A
break down the
well-known
lyrics.
song.
A well-known song.
A well-known
break down the
song.
lyrics. It's one of these, and this one is a real toe tapper. And you always hum along to it. And you always sing you always sing the chorus. But you ever get into any of these songs, the lyrics, and that's what we're gonna do for you.
You think it might be like an innocent, happy-go-lucky toe tapper?
Yep.
No.
Wrong.
It's a piece of shit bearing their soul out on the page.
And making a nice penny off of
And
it because it becomes a 40-year-long fucking #1 hit.
And they fooled all of us. These bad people.
So this
And we're here to bust them.
That's right.
We're here to take
put
them
them in
down.
their place.
We're here to put their feet to the fire and, hold them accountable.
That's right.
Read them their rights and say,
We're reading them the Riot Act.
this is how it's going to go, bub.
Mm-hmm.
Park that keister, meester.
Wow, there it is. Park that keister and open them ears
Yes.
because we're coming for you. So today's is by one Rupert Holmes.
Yes.
So the name of the song is actually Escape.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you know the actual name of the song
It
is
Escape.
It's not just If You Like Pina Coladas, which
Better
is,
known as If You Like Pina Coladas.
yes,
right?
but it's Escape, parentheses, the Pina Colada song.
The Pina Colada song.
Which, right off the bat, lazy.
Right? Yeah.
The Pina Colada song. This is, what are we going to call your song?
I don't know.
The Escape.
Yes.
It's now, you got to do something else
We
besides
need to-
Escape. You need more than that.
I
The
don't know.
Pina Colada song?
Drinking a Pina Colada. We're talking, Pina Colada song. That works. Print it up on vinyl and sell 1 million copies.
It was actually originally called If You Like Penis Colossus.
I always thought it was If You Like Penis Alada.
Oh. Oh.
So here's some lyrics for you. You got this nice feller who's, here's the scene. We've got a feller that's in bed, his lady who turns out it's his wife. I believe that this is his wife. They've been together for a long time. And we'll take it.
But the song has like this island rhythm to it. Like, yeah, it's got that like shuffling bass line and rhythm section. I think it's got like marimbas in there or something.
Yeah.
Or maracas. It's got this like really pleasant tropical.
Yeah.
It's
very what's his name? Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Yes, it's very Jimmy Buffett.
Very
It's
Jimmy
very
Buffett.
Seals and Croft.
Yeah,
It's very yacht rock.
Right, absolutely.
So
yeah, we've got this nice feller laying in bed next to his wife. Looks like she's asleep. And let's take it from there. Here's the lyrics we got.
So yeah, we started off from the top.
Yep. First line. I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long, like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal column, there was this letter I read.
Okay,
that's fine.
So no,
Why
it's
are you
not
reading
fine.
personals?
It's
though?
not fine because
One thing if you were just flipping through the paper, but you're purposefully reading the
personal ads. Younger listeners of our podcast might not know what a personal ad is now, but it's essentially you're looking for a mate,
looking for love, or somebody to hang out with.
Yes, exactly. And you would find the people would actually at one point in American history, human history, people would call a random number. To get connected with somebody that they'd only read, no picture now, mind you.
Right.
No,
there's no more about me's or...
Basically a fucking haikus. That's all you were afforded in those personal ads.
Yep.
So this guy, he obviously is realized that his relationship with his lady has run out of gas.
Right.
So,
according to him.
According to him.
Because he's not saying, oh, she's asleep in bed. Tomorrow we're going to both figure out how we're making an amicable separation.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of doing that, he's flipping through, kind of being a little shady here.
She's asleep, and
it's right by her too. That adds an extra level of ickiness to it.
Creepy,
yeah.
So he gets to a personals column, and there was a letter that he read. The letter reads as follows: If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight,
that's fucking
in the dunes of the Cape, I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape.
Okay, so he finds this rhyming
slut.
Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. He finds.
If you had an email back then, it would be the rhyming slut. at
Yes,
Hotmail.
exactly. So he comes across this ad, not an ad, this
Mhm.
listing, and immediately, it's just this, it's this person who kind of sounds like an asshole, kind of sounds like a condescending,
Absolutely.
self-righteous person because
The first line is fine.
Yeah.
You like pina coladas.
and getting caught in the rain. That sounds
That's
like
cute,
that's
yeah.
like a romantic thing. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But then the second, it's like if you're not into yoga and you have half brain, come on. I don't like yoga either, but I'm not going to call people
Right.
that like yoga idiots. Or,
Yeah. Oh, you like yoga? You've got half a brain or less.
Yes, exactly.
So that line you didn't have to be such a bitch about.
Yeah, and then basically she makes her intentions clear. In
Yeah,
the third.
straight into the third line. We're gonna be fucking.
Like I'd like to have sex in public,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, consenting adults,
Sure. Again,
Uh,
consenting adults.
Yeah, I was on I was against the Clinton impeachment. What
Yeah, right.
a man does in his
Exactly.
bedroom is
Between him, a staffer, and a cigar, that's up to them.
Yeah, these two are this is supposed to be two consenting adults.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Even though they want to, she specifically says in the dunes of the Cape, which
I think that's
you got to put a towel down
I
or a
think
blanket.
you're gonna get sand in your crack.
you're gonna get sand everywhere.
So
I'm the love that you looked for. But
Right
and that
to
right
me
there, that's like
an escape. Yeah.
self-righteous.
So we get out of that line, and then we're back to old Rupert Holmes.
So he's
Saying-
still sitting in bed.
Still sitting in bed. He says, so here's what he says
Got a
next.
half stock reading this thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, he went from 6 to midnight real quick. Are you okay? So
That was good. 6 to midnight.
now we're on to the next line here.
Jesus.
I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean. But yeah, it does. I haven't.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But me and my old lady had fallen into the same old dull routine. Yeah, we're not out hating on people
Yeah.
doing yoga and fucking in
Yeah,
the dunes.
exactly. Yeah.
Getting drunk on pina coladas. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. What fucking stupid lines.
I know.
So you didn't even. So here's the thing: is he didn't just write to the slut poet lady.
Yeah.
He took out his own ad.
He did.
That's ballsy because your old lady laying in bed right next to you, assuming she can read.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah,
you're
he's
putting
writing
yourself
this
on
down.
blast.
Yeah. At this point, it sounds like he doesn't have that much of a regard
Mhm.
for the person who he's sharing this bed with.
Exactly.
It looks like he's trying to do a quick scoot out.
Yeah, right.
But but it is pretty brash. It's pretty brazen. It's pretty arrogant. But so far in the song, he does sound like kind of a me person.
Uh-huh.
And the person that he answered to in this ad also does sound kind of self-absorbed.
Yeah,
narcissistic. I'm the one that you're looking for.
I'm who you want.
Yeah.
The thing about that is,
I'm still up for the 6 to midnight.
so I guarantee you anything.
So funny.
The narrator of this song, I bet that's not his place. I bet it's his old
Nope,
lady's
I
place.
bet
He
it
doesn't have
is.
his own place.
No.
She's sick of his shit. And he's
Mhm.
like, I'm just going to fucking go skis on somebody else.
Yeah.
So he writes his own personal ad that reads as follows. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, and I am into champagne.
Which she didn't say anything about
No.
champagne the first time.
And goddamn, you've mentioned booze
Twice.
in the 2 lines that you
Yes.
wrote.
Pina coladas, which I believe is rum.
Right, exactly.
Rum-based.
Yeah.
And then now you're talking about champagne.
So then we're on to here. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's where we'll plan our escape.
I do not.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I would actually like to go to O'Malley's once to see what type of bar this is. Like, it's
Yeah.
got to be like an interesting dive bar, like kind of skeezy. But yeah, I mean, and he's
Immediately, like you were alluding to earlier that maybe you and your old lady are somewhat on the outs, or
Yes.
that you might try and
Yeah.
work stuff out. You're saying
first,
now, like,
first line. he's just like, kind of playing around and saying like, oh, it's just like a worn out recording.
Yeah. We're in the same old routine.
Yeah. We are tired. Yeah. You know what? Every relationship gets tired, man. It's called fatigue. You got to.
Unless you drink champagne and pina coladas all the goddamn day long and you don't remember anything.
Pee on each other at the dunes.
So yeah, now he's saying, I am willing to leave my relationship and my lady tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
By noon.
Yeah, I'm selling my jammies.
I'm assuming that this is taking place at night, seeing as how the old lady's asleep in bed.
Either they just passed out because they're so obsessed with alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Two drunks.
Or maybe his old lady's tired because she did yoga all day. And he's like, what a fucking nerd.
Half brain.
He's like, at least I'm not into health food. What? Who the fuck cares about that?
I know. It doesn't. Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter.
No. Why? And what is with hating on the health food and the yoga in this song so far?
I really do. I think
somebody got scorned by.
No, that's like a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Like to see somebody. That's sour grapes.
Absolutely.
It's to see somebody. It's Schadenfreude, is what the Germans call it.
Yes.
It's to take. Just take pleasure in other people's misfortune, or in this case, it's
create misfortune.
Yeah,
around their pleasure.
Somebody doing something that's making themselves better.
Yeah, it's like somebody dating a football player, and then the football player breaks up with them, and then that person is just like, fuck everything about football, fuck everything about sports, fuck everything about helmets and pads. I don't drive a motorcycle because there's a helmet, and fucking so-and-so back in the day burned me and he wore a helmet. It's that, like, Jesus Christ, what happened, dude?
Yeah, just because these people are getting themselves better, and you want to guzzle down champagne and rum. Yeah, rum. That's totally fine. Yeah.
Banging some slutty poet out of the personal ad.
But don't go off the deep end. I always make fun of people at CrossFit when I'm going out to get tacos. But those people I know have, they're better than me in one way or another. So I own up to it.
Absolutely.
Holmes.
Quit being a dick. So let's see. He wrote that they're going to meet at O'Malley's.
Yeah. So
where they'll plan their escape.
Yeah. They'll.
So your fucking old lady's going to wake up tomorrow. She's going to go do her yoga at 9 and do some shopping at Whole Foods. And by noon when she gets home, you're not only gone, you're planning an escape.
It's a deadbeat.
And we
don't even know. Now, I'd like to say this too.
Yeah.
At this point, the only thing we know about this couple is that they are together in a bed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might have kids.
True.
They might own a house.
Yeah.
They might have been together for a long time.
Yeah. He could be the breadwinner. Like she might be on his insurance with a sick kid on his insurance.
Yes.
So he writes that letter, and then we're over to here now. So I waited with high hopes. Then she walked in the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. How? So far you've read a fucking personal ad that said you like to drink booze.
Well, keep reading. And
it was my own lovely lady.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum. And she said, "Oh, it's you." And we laughed for a moment, and I said, "I never knew."
Yeah. Okay.
That you like pina coladas. So
that you like trying to get out of this relationship.
Yeah.
And we both did the same thing. Yeah, it is a little funny, but at the same time, that we both know that this relationship has run its course.
Yeah.
But we also know that we're both terrible people.
You're both and cheating shitheads.
Yeah, and I can't speak for this woman because the woman didn't write a song.
Right.
But I can speak for Rupert Holmes because he put it all down in fucking pen to paper. He welched out. He tried to double down, and then he hit on a soft 17, and then he busted.
Whoa,
that's what he did.
All right,
blackjack terms.
That is blackjack terms.
And he tried to cover his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I think what really happened, what would have really happened, is not how this. Yeah. It wouldn't have been like this cute, awkward interaction.
It was you.
Yeah. And she said, "Oh, it's you," and we laughed for a moment. No way.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, you both are terrible people,
right.
And you realize that that you're both trying to get out of your relationship in a devious way, mind you.
Right.
Not like adults.
No. Yeah.
Adults that are fully fully emotionally capable,
rational people, yeah,
would sit down and say, "Hey, I really, enjoyed our time together, but let's face facts. When things
Shit's not working.
Nothing's perfect.
Yeah,
things come to an end. Do you want the dog?
Right.
No. What they both did was something very, very sneaky.
It's very sneaky, yeah.
And so, but then you got to think, it's like, well, the woman put the ad out first.
Right. And my question is, how long has that ad been in the papers?
I know. And
maybe she's never actually going to yoga. She's just going to bang random dudes drinking champagne in the dunes.
I know, exactly. No, I think what it is though is that that they both realize, that they had nefarious, intent. They both were, and then I think they both caught each other, catching each other.
Yeah.
Cancels out the guilt and the blame. On paper it does. It's like, well, you were going to do it too. Yeah, but you were too.
Right.
But what that really does is that bores itself into their heads.
Yeah.
And their relationship, if they do decide to stay together, will never recover.
No.
Because one of the most important pillars of the foundation of any relationship,
here we go, folks,
is trust.
That's trust. It is.
And trust is shattered.
Yeah.
And for the rest of their relationship, they're always going to have that in the back of their head. That motherfucker was going to leave me for some fucking person he didn't even know what they looked like on paper from a fucking haiku's worth of description.
Yep.
They were going to get ready to leave me, maybe my kids. You know.
Poetryslut@hotmail.com.
Yes, exactly.
But the other...
and that relationship is done and it's over.
Yeah.
And they should have just walked out of O'Malley's.
Yeah.
And
just gone their separate ways.
Yeah, she should have said, I'm going to stay with my mother this weekend.
He's like, I'm going to go home and write a song. I hope you never read the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about her, what she was writing was, well, you know what? Shit, now I'm all flipped on it. What if he likes yoga? And what? So why do they both hate? Whatever. We're not getting back into that. The question here is, or my point here is, like, she was just sort of saying, I'm trying to find somebody else. I don't want to be with this guy anymore. I'm trying to find somebody else.
Yeah.
He went and wrote a song where he was like, oh, I'm trying to find somebody else because she's lazy. It sucks to be with her. Like, she's laying into my bed next to me, but I don't even give a fuck that she's here. Like,
they're both lazy finger pointers. They don't want to take accountability for themselves.
That's right.
They're both codependent and on this weird smug attitude that they have.
Absolutely.
But imagine if that was nowadays, though.
Oh yeah.
If this song was written now, it wouldn't be. I read a personal ad. It would be, it'd be somebody in bed on Tinder.
Absolutely.
And
so it does still happen. That's for damn sure.
Or I don't know. How would that work nowadays? What do you think would be the modern version of this song? Like someone's in bed on Tinder or something like that, and then do they see their partner, or they see maybe?
I think what they see is the partner's. So here's how it works: the partner's account on Tinder doesn't have any face pics, but you notice, is that the same tattoo?
Exactly.
Or is that our dog in that picture?
Yeah.
Is that my coffee table in the background?
Right.
So that's what it is. I think nowadays it's going to be, I don't know. It's weird. I mean,
that was the beauty of personal ads, though, back then.
That's true.
You didn't know anything you were getting into.
Shit.
So if you're out there nowadays and you're looking for love in all the wrong places, and you're out there on Tinder and Bumble and Fuckfish and Farmers Only, whatever,
J-Date, Christian Mingle,
don't ever forget how good you have it.
That's right.
Because you could have been living in 1979 with Rupert Holmes.
That's right. Laying in a bed next to him.
Yeah, with no pictures or anything like that. Totally misleading.
Yeah. You know what? You got to figure it out, folks. Figure it out on your own.
You got to take the good with the bad.
That's right. Let go. Let God.
You think that's going to do it today?
I think that'll do it. We'll get out of here. Make sure to check us out on social media.
Yes, at all your favorite social media hangouts. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Fuckfish.
Snapple.
Yeah, exactly. We're all at all of them, all the good ones at least,
Yeah.
at AWAT Radio.
AWOT Radio. And check out awatradio.net to find all of our audio.
I've had a good time shredding another song.
Shredding yet another song. We'll do it again probably next week.
Probably next week.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Pina coladas.
I should have read
stupid drink, too.
I should have read through that all the way before because I didn't realize.
You didn't realize that it was her there?
No,
No way, really? Yeah, it's her at the end. Yeah. Which I think is, we just talked about it, but like I think that's like the it's like the worst ending to the song though. Like,
oh yeah.
It should have just been like,
oh, we're both shitty people.
Yeah, and then I realized I was a shitty person and learned to talk my feelings out.
Yeah,
and then everything was fine. No.
All right. Bye.
I realized
YouTube.
I, married an asshole just as big as myself.